Sometimes I say to myself that I can't believe that I'm living through this. And it's like we're watching the zombie apocalypse begin. I was on Facebook yesterday and I see this meme, and the meme says, have you seen any good movies lately? And the reply was, no, we're actually living through a movie right now. And it's really fascinating. If you're a person, you probably are if you're on this podcast today, that you're actually conscious and aware, and you're actually seeing this all play out. It is like we're living through a movie. And yesterday, I had a conversation in the gym that was like the message from God to say that I need to talk about this today. I couldn't believe what I heard. But people in the world are losing their minds. And when I heard this, I'm just me. My response to my friends, that's just not rational behavior, was my response. But we're seeing a lot of not rational behavior, and people have questions. I see the people asking questions on our Facebook community, and what is causing this to happen? And in this talk today, I'm going to be laying out multiple things that can be causing this behavior to occur. One of the main things, we're all connected in this life right now via social media. You might be getting a taste of this on social media. You could see people lashing out really at an accelerated rate over the past few weeks. In your comment section, you could see them lashing out, not being able to handle the truths that are being revealed about the world. Some people have always referred to the term of cognitive dissonance, but there are very strange behaviors. So it's one thing to see it, say on social media, and it's another thing to, when you're out in the world and you're seeing strange behaviors. Castle 1111, I'm so grateful for the super chat. How's here really? I appreciate you, Castle 1111. Yeah, it is time for the new life to begin. When we think of 1111, the gates that are opening to our new life, we have to pass through this window of time, which is a frequency. And I teach the world. If you're new to me, I'm Michael. I discuss ascension, psychology, and quantum shifting. We're quantum shifting right now. And I make these lessons relevant for everyday life people. So we're actually going through this dissonance period where our life is dictated on frequencies. And for the purposes of this lesson, if you are new, you referred back to my previous lessons, we have to focus on the nervous system, ladies and gentlemen. If you are tuned into this podcast today, and if you're saying to yourself, why are these people acting so strange? Why are they losing their minds? We have to really lock down on the importance of the nervous system in everyday life. And what has happened to people's nervous systems in the past few years? It is easy to see these, things when you are connected to the internet, and you're getting, the pulse of society through that. But very strange behaviors are occurring. And yesterday, which kind of motivated me to do this podcast today. I have a few friends in the gym, and I see the two of them they're talking, and I see them laughing, and I'm like, what is she laughing about? What is he laughing about? And I go, you know, they're close by, and I said, what's so funny? What's so crazy? And they go, oh, you didn't hear about the lady that cracked this guy in the skull multiple times with a pickleball racket? I said, what are you talking about? He goes, yeah, it was all on the news. She was in the in the pickleball court in the back. We have a big pickleball court in the gym. And so I see them talking. I said, what are you talking about? She goes, yeah, this woman took a pickleball. I thought pickleball was supposed to be fun, all right? And so I never played pickleball before. And I have a couple of friends in the gym that are, they actually do it on Thursdays. I'm filming this on a Friday. It was Thursday yesterday. And I have a few friends. Kyle's one of them. He's watching me right now. You didn't tell me about this, bro. So they're like, yeah, the lady was in the pickleball. And he goes, you didn't see? It was all over the news. So there was a woman that, I guess during a game of pickleball, a woman took a pickleball racket and cracked a man in the skull multiple times. And so me being me, I'm just like that, but that's just not rational behavior. So more and more things are occurring like this. That was actually something that was like widespread on the news, but you might be seeing like weird things like pop up. I was in the supermarket, and I could see, you know, I don't know why people were getting so angry in the supermarket, but certain things in life are not adding up. And people are getting very angry about things that they should not be angry about, okay? Like, for example, I have two other buddies that play pickleball. I guess is like a big thing right now. So I promised them, I said, one day, like to me, it's just like a joke. It's fun. You play pickleball. It was designed to be fun. So I have a friend, and one is like my age. The other guy's a little bit older. I said, oh, he beat me down. He's telling me. I said, oh, so I go over to him. I said, you shook him down in pickleball, huh? You beat him down and they were just laughing, and two guys like just joking around. It's about really getting exercise. I believe that's why this was like invented. This sport is for people that you could have exercise, and you're not really like wearing down your joints. So pickleball is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be fun. Wow, it's fun to play pickleball. And you know, I did a video posing a question. Don't you want to have fun? So there's a lot of people in the world right now that are very angry. The results of certain things. Okay, I hope that as a teacher teaching the world, we do not go out into society and crack a person in the head multiple times with a pickleball racket. Okay, and this is again, it's disturbing behavior. You see women attacking men. Okay, this is something that's been going on. A lot of people are waking up to this weird behavior that's going on. So a lot of the behaviors are inverted. Okay, so where women should be loving and kind, and like men should be more, you know, aggressive, if you will, right? So if you've seen strange behaviors like women attacking men and being more aggressive, and men actually being peaceful, and so we, in our subconscious, we have like, okay, this is how things are typically in society, but we're seeing a lot of strange behaviors. So what is causing this to happen? All right, why are people losing their minds at this time? And one of the things that I discuss on this channel on a regular basis is the Schumann resonance. It's the frequency of the world that we live in. And brain waves are affected by the Schumann resonance and all biological systems. So as the Schumann resonance is changing, right, it's going to affect people. Now, why is it affecting people very differently? Like, there are people that are almost tapping into superhero powers. Are you tapping into do you want to tap into your superhero powers? You could click subscribe. We have a daily video, 9 a.m. Eastern. So you could handle the energy. A lot of people can't handle these energies. It is intense, Sean. It's very intense to realize. And I say, I can't believe I'm living through this. You could see this on, maybe you meet a person and they're communicating with you, or you could have, I just happen to be a world famous content creator, and I have a lot of posts on Facebook, and I see like certain people interacting in the comments, and then all of a sudden, like they do like a 180, and they could be like a positive person, cheering for you. And then they almost get like very rude and very angry and write negative things in your comment section. And this reminds me, I shared this depiction of the film Dawn of the Dead. Maybe you've watched it. I had nightmares watching the movie Dawn of the Dead, but we learn a lot by watching some of those zombie apocalypse movies. And so there was like two people, and one was stuck in the mall, and there was a man that was on like another building, and they would be on the top of the building. They would take whiteboards and they would write the message, and he would look, and they would communicate back and forth, and they would hold the board up, and they would write. They would be able to articulate things with their brain, and they would put it on the board. So there was a part of the movie where the guy on the other side, someone came in, and he was actually able to have finally a walkie-talkie, and he communicated. It was the first time he heard his voice, because they were just communicating with the board. And he said, "Oh, I got bit," and his friend was like, he was getting nervous. So by the time he got back up to the roof, he was trying to communicate, with language to his friend. And if you've seen that movie, at that point in the movie, he was just wiping, like smearing blood on the board, and he just held up the board, and his friend saw that he was gone. Okay? Marilyn Musket remembers that. So I actually, it's very disturbing, that movie. I'm an empath, so these like dense movies, they're a little rough to handle, but we learn certain lessons from it. So his friend, through a distance, maybe you're on the internet, maybe there's a person in your life, and they're texting you, and all of a sudden this person can no longer communicate anymore. And so I remember that scene of Dawn of the Dead, and he's holding up the thing, and he could see that he was done. And it was a sad part of that movie, and we're living through a movie right now. What are certain reasons? There are many people that are in spiritual communities. You're conscious, you're learning about all these things, and you're questioning why are more people becoming disconnected. And we have to realize that our nervous system is calibrating the reality. Now, I recently did full videos on this. You might be a person, and I understand you might be new to this, but that's why I'm here. I'm here to teach the world things that, and then you start to apply it to your life. And anyone that's hearing me for the first time, your nervous system is so important to the reality that you're experiencing. Yesterday, we did a very deep dive and a focus on your stomach and your solar plexus. You have a lot of nerves, right? A lot of your nervous system is in your gut. So if you have a gut instinct, you've heard about this. I felt it in my gut. You knew ahead of time via your stomach. There's a reason for that. So when our nervous system is calm, we're going to have one type of reality. And if our nervous system is picking up on the signal, and Dr. Bruce Lipton talked about the signal that you're picking up in reality. So when you're receiving the signal and you're able to broadcast the signal, we have a strong connection to the ether, which Nikola Tesla called this the ether that we're in. But people seem to, there's a lot of anxiety in the world. And then we have to question what substances people have in them. And if there are substances that deteriorate the nervous system. And if the nervous system has lost the capability of connecting to reality. So I understand that a lot of people think that, you create reality and you have the brain and so on and so forth. And that's true. And we have the subconscious mind, and I have all videos on this. But if there is a case where people have taken things, or if the nervous system is compromised because of these things, people are starting to lose the feeling of reality. So just like that person he went through a thing and then he lost connection to reality, he was not functioning on the whiteboard anymore. So there are these deep changes where people are saying, why are people acting so strange? There are multiple things. Some people are questioning, and this is the trauma of the modern life that we are living in. I also saw another post, and this has to deal with a person's subconscious. Like, there are people that are beginning to, the nervous system snaps, and the subconscious is questioning because there is so much AI. So I saw another post, and people, they're getting like so upset because they don't know if the videos, what's on TV, is it real or is it AI? And this is causing trauma in people's bodies. So I saw another reel. There was a guy, and he was out on the beach. He was walking on the beach like I am, all right? But I'm actually on the beach, and he goes, look, guys, I programmed the AI. I'm not actually at the beach. None of this is real, okay? And he's like showing me, look at the waves here. Look, and he's doing all this stuff. He goes, I programmed the AI to show the sailboat in the background. That's not there. And his hat falls off the wind. He goes, look, the hat's in the water. None of this is real, guys. So there are people in the world, because this world, everything is unleashed upon the public right now, and people are questioning. You could be seeing people on TV. It could be AI, and there's big questions that are going on. So what we do here in this community, we're making sure that we're healthy. We're making sure that our subconscious is straightened up. We're making sure that we're not having a nervous system that's set to fight or flight. We are focused on removing toxins and trauma. So if you have toxins in the body, where did the toxins come from? Okay, so we're all having questions like a community. If you would ask or address these questions, where did the toxins come from that are affecting people's bodies and the nervous system? You could comment down below. Okay, so now the after effects, because these effects, it happens over time. On my journey, I know that there's a lot of toxins in the world, and I do a lot of detoxing. I recently did a watermelon cleanse. If you have any questions about this, you could go to the channel page and really focus on yesterday's lesson as well, clearing out the stomach. So over the course of time, the toxins are in the body, and certain things are just, we're all part of the world. And there is a lot of toxins in this world, a lot of pollutants. So we have to remove these toxins that can affect the nervous system. People, which I even go through things like this, but it is imperative that the quicker that you are getting back to your natural ways, which means you actually have, if you're new to this, you actually have spiritual senses. And like, just to simplify this, you might have heard about opening your third eye or decalcifying your pineal gland. It is imperative now. I did a video why you must open your third eye to survive this. Like, I go out on Facebook daily. None of these things affect me because I could see, oh, this is AI. And people are, I did a full podcast on this. People are gobbling these things up. and they believe it. So in the world right now, we're seeing this, there is dissonant frequencies. People are going more and more towards truth, and people are going further and further more towards the fake stuff. I did a video on morals and ethics. Morals and ethics in this world. Wow. Yeah. Do you resonate with morals and ethics? I appreciate if you hit the like button for this video. So that in that video, and this is going back now a few years, I was critiquing the they start now everything I guess is this, but I was critiquing what they were calling deep fakes, the Tom Cruise deep fakes, and they had this thing. And it looked exactly like Tom Cruise. And a lot of you seen this. Now it's very common where they take people from movies, okay? Like there was one, they took Jerry Seinfeld and they put him in Pulp Fiction. And like certain things like it's funny. And people that are just having a good time and say like it's creative, it's funny. But then there are people that are presenting real stuff in the world, political figures, and it's just AI. And now there's a whole salad and a lot of stuff jumbled up and thrown out on the internet. And people are looking at events, and they could be horrific events. I remember last year there was a horrific event, and people are questioning, was that AI? Was it a real situation that happened? So what I'm here to do, if you are new to this, you have to realize the subconscious, the traumas, people questioning what's real and what's fake. That's a very deep, traumatic thing, to question reality. What's real? Am I seeing something that's real? And then you start going deeper and deeper into this. The toxins that could affect the nervous system. A lot of things were placed out. People have been questioning it, especially in the past few weeks. There was a man on the TV. He refused to answer anyone's question 111 times. I recently discussed that. Do you know about this person? Where are a lot of people want to know these answers. A lot of people are tired of this. Yeah, the poet that knows it is tired of all this. A lot of people are tired of the fake. A lot of people are tired of the traumas. So in the world, we can actually bring other people's nervous system back to what is the baseline? What is the baseline of the nervous system where it is at rest, calm? But many people's nervous system are still set to fight or flight. And we are living through a change in the world. So, and if anyone is new to this, you have to really look at my videos on the Schumann resonance. Just because we can't see frequency, it doesn't mean it doesn't affect our everyday life. I have a lot of buddies in the gym that never knew about this, and now they're, look guys, I'm on TV. Oh, look at me. And, you know, it's a great honor of mine to be the science nerd, to teach people this and to see people be fascinated, and now they watch me daily on the TV. You say, oh, why am I going through, it could be a week in your life, and you're waking up in the middle of the night, right? Or you get irritated, or you have these, what is known as ascension symptoms, and it's unexplained. If you're a person, and people that are very focused on their health and wellness, if you're a person that's focused on health and wellness, you know your baseline point of homeostasis. You know, how much sleep, how much rest, right? I'm just making it up. If it's 7 hours, you know, you typically, I'm sleeping for 7 hours. And then all of a sudden there's one night that happened to me the other night. I woke up at 5 a.m. I couldn't go back to sleep. Okay, a ball of energy, right? Or you usually need 7 hours, and you could probably sleep for 9 hours, or maybe in the middle of the day, which is uncharacteristic for you. All of a sudden you fall asleep, you're passed out cold for like an hour or two in the middle of the day, and you know that's not typically how you usually are. Well, there are frequencies that are affecting all the biological systems of the body and our brain waves. And a lot of these events that we're going through, they are spikes in the Schumann resonance, and there is a lot of solar activity. Many people have become disconnected from the sun, okay? I like to spend time daily. Some of my buddies are complimenting my tan in the gym, and I tell them, I said, you know what? I come to the gym here. I'm here to lift weights, but I am not going to, spend time walking on a treadmill with rubber soles on. So after leaving this gym, I am going to go to the beach. I'm gonna do it bare, right? We're gonna put our feet on the floor in the sand, or maybe if you go to the park, and instead of walking on the treadmill, I am grounding in the energy. So that's actually every day that I'm walking barefoot on the ground in nature, it is assisting all of my systems of the body to calibrate to this new reality that we're living in. You could deny it. I say a person could say, oh, this guy is a wackadoo, but there's going to be people left in the dust at this point. Come to terms that the reality that we're experiencing is changing. This is all associated to the nervous system, and there are many people in the world. Is that you? You are ready to live the life that you are worthy of, which means you have all the wealth, you have all the love, but we were living in a fear-based reality. Now we are shifting our mode. So when this happens, there's a big stir up. And it's really the #1 podcast that I did in recent months. We're seeing a very drastic reaction split between empaths and narcissists at this time. Narcissists are absolutely collapsing, losing their minds, while empaths, even though it's a little bit hard for people like us, because we just want to be a ball of love, and it's very intense, but we're shifting along with and none of this is easy. Dark Mystic Truth Seeker, thank you so much for the super chat. AI isn't evil, it's how it's used. I use AI for books, absolutely. And I've done a full video on technology. Thank you so much for this very important super chat message. I'm so grateful for the support. And just like I'm creating a video today, and this video can be a tool to improve the lives of millions. People will use this tool, right, of posting on social media, whatever it is, video cameras, and they could actually lead people astray, or they can put low functioning content. And so what is an example of that, Uncle Mike? Oh, I'll tell you, Light Warriors, drama. There are many people in this world that have done zero inner work, and they post content on social media that is drama, that is talking about other people, that is pulling other people down. In this world right now, there are people that are ascension, and there are people that are descending. So I discussed this term ascension. So what does that mean? When you are ascension, your frequency is rising. So some people hear this term, raise your frequency, raise your vibration. So that is ascension. There are people that are getting angrier. There are people that are spiraling down. They're spiraling down into the black hole, and they are descending. They're going beneath you. And now there's a dissonance. There's a gap. And many years ago, I did a video they can't hear you anymore. How many people are on this podcast and you knew a person and you might have known them for a short period of time, maybe for a long period of time, and you've reached the event horizon. The event horizon, there is one for the world, and there's one that you have, because there's billions of people. That means there's a billion different realities going on right now, where your worlds, your frequencies have gone so far apart, they fall off your timeline. So you can either everyone, this is just what's happening right now. Come to terms with it. Everyone's responsible for themselves. Me, I'm responsible for myself, and whoever wants to raise up with me, do you want to improve your everyday life? You could click subscribe. You're going to move out of range. So I know this is new to people. So what's happening right now, people are going out of range from each other. And there's also people that are dropping so low that they are losing the connection to the body, or the soul's connection to the body, the energy that operates the body. If you are still in a place where you think this is a little far out there, really think about the nerves. The nervous system is electricity, which is the signal. And some people are becoming disconnected to reality itself. And the fake posts, the confusion with the AI, and like was said earlier, there are tools on the internet to help us. Okay, it is not helping people in their minds, right? So what we're focused on is having a strong mind on this body. You have to be mentally strong at this time. I'm all about my health and wellness. I make sure my physical body is strong, but I also, I'm making sure I'm mentally strong. And above it all, the Most High, is that I'm spiritually strong. If I spend an hour training in the gym, I spend an hour training with God. You have to be focused very strongly at this time. I'm focused physically, mentally, spiritually. Why is this so? What is it? What are we all in? It's called the Schumann resonance. Well, what's going on inside the body? This is known as the nervous system, and you have to, as great as it can be, if you regulate the nervous system. Many people are learning about this across the world. All right. If you click subscribe and you watch this podcast regularly, we're focused on regulating our nervous system. And you need to be as cool as the other side of the pillow, baby. Yeah. Is that cool? Yeah. So amen, Jack Roberts, I appreciate you. You have to be as cool as the other side of the pillow. Yeah, your Uncle Mike's real cool. But if you are set to fight or flight, and you could watch my journey. I'm trying to teach from a place of authenticity in a post-2020 world. My nervous system was shot, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. So now you could see the improvements and all of this, like in our life, because we are beaten down by the world. It's not your fault, right? I'm here to assist you on your journey. It is not your fault, but for our whole life, we're in fight or flight mode. We're in fear. And once you're able to push out of fear, you are in the embodiment. You are the embodiment of a higher version of yourself. Some people like to refer to the term your higher self. You do have a higher self. And then we have a lower self. Well, what's the lower self? This sounds like a spiritual thing. So what about the science behind it? Oh, that's when you're in fight or flight. When people put negative things on the TV to scare people on purpose. Maybe these people on TV should be held accountable. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. What do you think about this? Because this is, as a leader, I have to address this. I have to address this for the public. All right. Okay. What about when people on the TV, they put something out and it causes a lot of fear in a person's nervous system, right? Is that a good thing to do? That's disturbing. That's disturbing the health and wellness of everyday life people. Well, what do you think about this? Why don't you leave a comment? You know, in life right now, we have to get rid of the fear. Nicole writes, mean people suck. Absolutely. So what we have to do, right? As us science nerds are coming together, right? My duty. There was fake people that did not do their duties, right? When we got to report to God, gentlemen. Are the divine masculine here? I report directly to God. I don't keep myself small. I don't close the mouth. Watch yesterday's lesson if you didn't watch it. No, we open it up like the lion because they want you to be fearful. And I'm telling you this, if you are able to open your mouth, gentlemen, you are changing the timeline for thousands of people simply by speaking the truth and walking the walk, which means every person, I am focused on improving and leaving better than how I found it. But there is an energy. It's a parasitical, narcissistic energy where people are, and this energy is known as loosh or looshing. They're leaving people. You might have dealt with a narcissistic abuse, right? A lot of people have shared their story. Okay, we have a great community here. You dealt with narcissistic abuse and you were discarded. That's trauma in the body. I had it even, you know, and you see a lot on Facebook, you know, we share more on Facebook. And the woman was shaking, right? Because she was beaten down by that's a weak man. And she was finally free. And you know, to see something like that as an empath, it's I mean, a lot of people have been through a lot of things in this world. And you know, so that was something that you know, when you say, a lot of people see me say, why are you so motivated to do this work? You know, to help others to, you know, it's something that hits the soul. You see a woman shaking like that because she finally escaped, which is a weak man. A weak man does that to woman. To see her shake like that. And so what I could take from that, that's her nervous system finally being able to breathe. Okay. That's what, when I see that, that woman is, her nervous system is very rapidly, you know, it's like you're free. And so what happens, that's a major thing, but at like a micro level that affects us in the subconscious, which is affecting the whole world. That's why they call it a broadcast. They're broadcasting a spell. What's the spell of fear? What's fear? Fear is the liar. Fear is the liar. So there's people in the world that they believed everything that they saw on TV, which was the lie, which was fear, and it's hitting you in the nervous system. And then on top of it, sadly, many people were given fear a couple of years back, and they had so much fear because they couldn't live their everyday life if they didn't take something. Do you know this? We have to support our brothers and sisters. So all of this, we are in a pivotal moment in the history of humanity. This is just the answer, ladies and gentlemen. We lived through it already. And just like I've shared over the years, things happen energetically first, and then they manifest or they appear in this physical reality at a later date. The whole world went through a lot of chaos in a post-2020 world, and things were happening and things were distributed. And our brothers and sisters need the assistance. So collectively, all of our nervous system, anyone, if you are on this podcast today and you were able to focus your attention, I've shared this many times, going back to the brainwaves. In the modern society, people cannot hold their attention anymore. If a person gets triggered by that, you come here, I'm trying to make you be better. You have to be able to focus your attention. And it is the programming of okay, I get this, the TikTok, listen, I have the TikToks, I do the reels and everything. In our life, we are supposed to be experiencing everything. What is on my channel, I could share what I do. We have podcasts like long form, we have world famous videos, I have shorts, I have reels on Facebook, we're reeling and dealing on Facebook. A little bit of everything. Well, it's just like your diet when you eat food. And there are some people in the world that only, they are just eating junk food or whatever it is. So in our life, we could have fun. We could eat this food. So, I'm not saying to never, if that's your life and you say, oh, today I want to, indulge in junk food. I'm just making an example, an everyday life example for people. Well, some people's attention span, it's got to be look squirrel. And they can't sit there. So if you're resonating today, and maybe this is the first time, this might be the channel that you might want to click subscribe on, because your life is going to change. You could take the Our Everyday Lives challenge, show up every day for 3 months and see where you are. You might be on a brand new timeline. It's the brand new timeline. And if you have watched this channel and your life has changed, you could leave a comment down below. I can't stress this enough. Your nervous system, your attention span, your subconscious programs, these are the things that are actually affecting your life. And you weren't in control of it because it was given to you by the TV programs. Castle 1111, thank you so much. Most of the population left the planet. I appreciate you, Castle. Thank you for the super chat. We don't live in a world. We live in a band of frequencies. So some people are not, think about what you're watching. You're watching, if you are literally, you could see this with physical actions. I see something in the supermarket. I say, this stuff is wild for me. You hear stories. Woman cracking a guy in the skull with a pickleball. The pickleball's supposed to be fun. To me, it's so foreign. One of my recent videos that's exploding, I just opened up and I said, I don't fit in and I don't belong here in this world. Is that you? Do you feel like you don't belong here? I says, I hear in a pick, and people are laughing, but it's very disturbing. This is supposed to be fun. So now I have my friends are trying to get me to play pickleball with them. I have trauma now. So this is like an example. So I think you're going to go on a pickleball court and get cracked with a paddle in the head. So we all have trauma. So again, these are everyday life things that are happening in the world right now. And people are losing their minds, and we're questioning what is causing people to lose their minds. We understand there's the subconscious, there's the nervous system, there's the Schumann resonance that's spiking right now. What are physical things that we're seeing in the world? Well, we see a lot of earthquakes going on. Lot of shaking in the world. And what happens for you, which has happened for a lot of people, there was a big shaking in your solar plexus, in your stomach. So I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in today. It is a wild time. It's the wild and wacky times of the world. Are you experiencing any of these strange occurrences? Would you like to share them in the comment section? We went through a lot today, all right? But the most important thing is it's your everyday life, ladies and gentlemen. It's your everyday life, not what they told you on the TV, or if there are angry people on social media that are trying to stop you from living your life. You got to stand up today. You got to be the lion today. You got to be empowered today. Stop apologizing for living your life freely. I'm telling you this. We went through it yesterday. There are people that are too afraid to live their life freely, and they will get angry at you because they're watching you break free. They're watching you rise up. Keep going. It says it right here. Keep going, kid. Very powerful time, potent time. I'm so grateful for all of you. I'm so grateful for all of the people that are showing up now. It's just divine timing. It's an important time in history. So if this message, if you found something interesting, if it resonates, I'm so grateful if you share it. It comes from a different place when it's authentically shared by other people, right? So we're leaving that fake stuff that's out there, that AI stuff that I was talking about. Ooh, look at me, I'm real. I'm on TV. Okay, so I'm like a real person. And that's why I like to come live. People are craving this right now. And especially when it comes to relationships, like you could go out. I crave for like a real connection. And there are so many clowns. You ever see the modern woman clown? There's a lot of clowns. You might be the divine feminine and you say, where's a real man? And this channel is for both men and women. You say to yourself, what is it? So what I do is I take the perspective of all people, right? And how can we finally have that connection? Because people, as we said earlier, it's a disconnection. We have to have love. We have to have connection. And there are many people, their soul is crying out for connection, and it's so cold. I shared this in relevant videos recently. They will pop up on the screen if you're watching the replay at the pinned comment. Check out the channel page. Really dive into these lessons. They're going to help mold you and shape you. And let's become a more vibrant and powerful version of ourselves. And when we do that, we change the experience of our everyday lives. I love you guys so much. And it's really a wild time. And we're trying to be positive. And let's assist people by the number one thing right now, when it's so intense, really keeping the nervous system calm. So I love you guys very much. And you can check out the associated videos. Stay focused. Stay empowered. Keep going, kid.